Hey, welcome back to the Ready State. One of the key signatures of the way we try to think about complex movement and complex people doing complex movement is, can we make choices that transfer? Can we make trained positions that are more effective at scaling up, at speeding up, at handling higher loads, at giving us more movement choice and movement options? For us, yeah, there may be a lot of different ways to solve a problem, but this way of thinking means that these positions and these movement solutions actually give us better access to our physiology, increased stability, and an increased function. And ultimately, that's the goal, right? Improved wattage, improved poundage, improved time, can do that over and over and over again, longer and more than you can with your loss of capacity. So this is a test, and the way I think of this is sort of a conservation of capacity test. And I want to give you some examples of this. And today's example is, can you squeeze your butt when you jump rope? That's simple. So look, when we look at jump roping as fitness or exercise or even jumping on one leg, that's really difficult for me to activate the glute to be able to have a butt squeeze. But if you stand up, you can squeeze your butt. Yeah, check, it's pretty easy to do, right? I'm not saying you need to walk around squeezing your butt all the time, but it says a lot about your position when you're hanging out, when I'm like, can you squeeze your butt? And you're like, ish, sort of, right? You've got your overextension pants on, and I'm like, squeeze your butt, and you can't. Well, it's a cue about the effectiveness of the whole physiology, the sort of sum total of the capacities that are available to you. And then you don't have to avail yourself of those capacities. You don't need a lot of butt squeeze to manage your torso in upright and gravity. But if I want to suddenly handle a large load axially, or extend my hip powerfully, or control my lumbar, sure helps to be able to quickly access that position, which means we sort of go from this reactive stability to a more reflexive stability, right? That if I'm in a better position, I can suddenly account for better shapes or better positions instantaneously under load. So check a look. Here's a simple idea. When you're jump roping, very easy, no big deal. I'm so casual. Can you tell that my butt's super squeezed and now it's not squeezed and super squeezed? I don't have to squeeze my butt when I jump rope, but it says a lot about the capacities of me to be able to manage that load. Because in our athletic populations, what we tend to see is that inability to squeeze the butt when you want, butt squeeze on demand, if you will, ends up being one of the contributors to a lot of extension sensitivity, which drives a lot of loss of potential performance and has athletes not injured, but certainly dealing with a lot of low back silliness. Now, here's an example. Let's say I pick something heavy up off the ground, right? And I'm about to shoulder this sandbag. Well, there's a difference between being in this position, where suddenly I can easily squeeze my butt and then throw that thing over my shoulder and protect that low back, or as I pick this thing up, because I've trained myself not to have access to that butt, when I go over the top, I better have a belt on, and I'm gonna have huge hinges and be hanging on those facet joints. So, again, I'm not saying you have to be able to jump and squeeze your butt, but it sure tells me about the options available to you. So give this a try. See if you can squeeze your butt. Can you turn it on? Can you turn it off? Is your position and is your stiffness a choice, or is it a reaction? See you tomorrow.